All right, here we go, Knights fans. 17 minutes on the clock here, period one. Both teams gathering at their bench. So the Knights out onto the ice. Anderson lining up to take the faceoff, and he does. Ludeman grabs the puck. Sends it forward into the Knights. Offensive zone, near side. Behind the net it goes. Wayzata with it there. Send it back. Near side corner. Flipped it up and kept in. It comes out. Center ice. Ludeman to hang in. Back into the Knights. Offensive zone right to Wayzata. Trojans send it out. Center ice into the Knights. Defensive zone. Far side. Shot from there. Wide. Near side boards. Kept it at the blue line. Down the boards towards the net. Shot. Deflect off by Engelbretson. Shot in again. Engelbretson deflects it. Far side boards. And it is rainbowed up and down the ice for an icing call. 6:13 left, period one. We'll bring that puck back and we'll drop it in the Knights. Defensive zone. Far side dot. Smalley steps in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Towards the net, Wayzata brings it. Back behind the net. Near side corner. Back down to the corner it goes. Knights putting on the pressure there. Up along the boards, back to the blue line. Pass across, far side. Sent down to the corner, back around, behind the net. Far side corner. Centered in. Pass to the backside. Gets past the Wayzata skater. Near side boards. Down in the corner it goes. Wayzata with it, making behind the net. Turn, spin. Both teams fighting for it there. Far side boards kept in by Wayzata. Back down to the corner. Knights try to clear it out. That's kept in from point. Shot, it goes wide. Smalley comes up with the puck and he sends it down the ice. And another icing call. 15:15 left, period one. We'll have a change of skaters for both teams here. And we'll drop it back in the Knights' defensive zone. Girton stepping in to take the face-off for the Knights. Puck drops. From the blue line, sent in. Off of a few skaters. Tangen jumping in there. Puck makes it down. Ricochets off the back wall. Nelson gets it up to Ludeman. Ludeman over to Tangen. Tangen. It's neutral ice. Gets it up to Girton, who dumps it in. Stopped by the goalie of Wayzata. Far side boards now. Neutral ice. Back into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side. Towards the net. Shot deflected away by Engelbretson. Wayzata gets it back. Turn, spin. Back into the center. And Cam Malekade steps in to disrupt. Behind the net, the puck goes. Near side corner. Back behind the net, right towards Engelbretson after it bounces off the back wall, and he just covers. 14:28 left, period one. Scores 0-0. Appreciate all of you Knights fans, wherever you're watching on the Global Hockey Network. Puck drops. Near side boards. Sent in, it went off of Anderson, and then Braun got a piece of it. That one went off Braun again. It goes down into the Knights' offensive zone. Wayzata has it. They send it back into neutral ice. Puck makes its way back into the Knights. Offensive zone. Wayzata has it behind their own net. They go far side off the boards. Trying to clear it out, and now they do. Neutral ice, passed up into the Knights' defensive zone, trying to get around, and Hagen would have none of that. He stood tall. Took that away. Far side boards. Wayzata with the puck. Disrupted by Braun. Passed across and sent into neutral ice. Up the ice, Chile going after it. Anderson comes out with it. Anderson behind the net. Anderson making it through a check. Gets taken down. Neutral ice into the Knights defensive zone. Near side, pass across. Shot knocked away by Engelbretson. Monahan comes up with it. Neutral ice. Monahan sends it right at the goalie. Catches it, drops it. Far side boards. Raymond going after it there for the Knights. Raymond keeping the pressure on. Raymond, near side corner. Raymond disrupting. Wayzata comes out with it. In front of their own net they go. Pass back behind their net. Near side corner. Still in their defensive zone. Now a vertical pass up. Intercepted by Monahan. He turns and spins. Waits for everyone to get out. Sends it up. It goes off a Trojan. They bring it back into the Knights defensive zone, but Ludeman disrupts, takes it away, and sends it down the ice. Change of skaters for the Knights as we have an icing call. 12:38 left period one. Score 0-0. We'd like to make sure we thank Mama T's Gear and BJ's Tavern, our holiday meal sponsors. Gurton taking the face-off for the Knights. Near side dot, defensive zone, puck drops. Back up to the blue line. Wayzata with the puck. Down to the near side, trying to center it in. It's broke up by Braun. Braun sends it off the far side boards, and a shot from there from a Wayzata player. Nelson tried getting a stick on it. It got away from him. And one of the Trojans stepped in there and took the shot. Alexander for the Trojans. Gurton taking the face-off for the Knights. Far side dot, defensive zone. Puck drops. Braun grabs it there. Braun fighting for it. It makes its way behind the net, centered up, and Wayzata clears it out. Puck makes it down to the Knights. Offensive zone. Right in front of the net. Pass back. Neutral ice. Into the Knights. Defensive zone. Behind the net, tries to center up. Broken up by the Knights. Robinson sends it down the ice. Icing. 11:58 left period one. Scores 0-0. So we'll drop the puck back in the Knights defensive zone, far side. Puck drops. Anderson took the face-off there for the Knights. Far side boards, shot in, then deflected away by Engelbretson. Puck sitting behind the net. Hagen had it over to Anderson. Far side boards to Chile. Chile sends it down the ice. Wayzata there. They take it behind their own net. Vertical pass up and down the ice. It's touched. Knights step out and grab it. Monahan passes it up. It's intercepted by Wayzata. They take a shot. Deflected away by Engelbretson. Far side. And knocked away by Monahan into neutral ice. Wayzata will have to reset. Tried to take it down, and Raymond steps in there and takes it off the body. Wayzata sends it back into the Knights defensive zone. Far side corner. Both teams fighting for it. Monahan disruptive with a check. Centered in, shot up in the air. Deflected away. Player grabbed it out of the air, dropped it, went behind the net. Shot from the far side, deflected away by Engelbretson. Anderson sends it off the boards, down the ice for an icing call. 10:39 left. Period one. We'll drop it back in the Knights defensive zone. Smoley stepping in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Near side boards. Both teams fighting for it. Makes down to the corner. Centered in by Wayzata. Gets past everyone. Smoley grabs it. Center ice. Smoley across the center line. Down into the Knights. Offensive zone. Behind the net it goes. Near side boards. Raymond stepping in there. Behind the nets. Knights defensive zone, far side boards. Knocked away by Braun, down to the corner. Wayzata with it, it's disrupted by Raymond. Sends it behind the net. Near side along the boards, Tangen grabs it, tries to clear it out. Wayzata grabs it back to blue line far side, shot. Braun took it off the body. Behind the net it goes. Back up, blue line, near side. Wayzata with it. They dump it down. Comes to the corner. On the near side. Back up the boards. Turn, spin. Takes a shot from there. Knocked away by Engelbretson, and Robinson sends it down the ice. Puck's taking a slow down there. Wayzata coming out, sending it off the boards. Neutral ice. Ludeman sends it forward to Nelson. Nelson behind the defender goes to take a shot, and his stick is taken out, and now he gets shoved. Referee didn't say anything there. Into the Knights' defensive zone. The goal came off. The referee looked at the whole thing. Unbelievable. Behind the net it goes. Wayzata in their own defensive zone. Pass up. Into neutral ice. Far side. Knights defensive zone. Pass over. And through the legs for a goal. 8:45 left. Period 1. So the Trojans strike first. Bierman with the goal there for the Trojans. Colin Bierman. Puck at neutral ice. Hagen in his own defensive zone sends it over across the near side boards. Wayzata hustling over there to grab it. Raymond steps in to be disruptive. It's sent back behind the net. Hagen sends it over to the near side boards. Knights defensive zone. Wayzata with it. Back up to the blue line. They pass it down. Raymond gets a stick on it and clears it out, so it's at neutral ice. Wayzata will have to reset. Back in they come. Far side along the boards. Centered in. Makes it over to the near side corner. Knights stop it there. Monahan put on the check. Anderson came out with the puck. He rainbows it down in to the Knights offensive zone. Far side corner. Behind the net, Anderson with the puck. Takes a check. Still fighting for that puck. Near side corner. Along the near side boards. Anderson comes out with it. Passes off the boards to himself. A Wayzata player steps in there and takes the puck. Send it up to neutral ice. Hagen goes to send it in. Swing and a miss. A Wayzata player grabs it. But Robinson able to get it off the pass, and he sends it right to a Wayzata player. Neutral ice back in the Knights defensive zone near side. Hagen takes a check there. Centered in, and puck kept in at the blue line. Shot deflected away by Engelbretson, makes it over far side boards. And sent down the ice by Monahan right at the goalie, who steps out. Stops the puck. Hands it off to one of his players, then make a long vertical pass up the ice. Coming into the Knights defensive zone. Puck gets away from a few players, and Smoley sends it up the ice for the Knights. Nelson chasing after it. Goalie steps out and sends it over near side boards. And sends a pass up into the Knights defensive zone. Near side shot. Deflects off of Engelbretson. Braun grabs it. Passes it up to Smoley. Smoley has it taken away. Couple collisions at center ice. Ludeman passes over to Braun and goes off of up quickly. Back into the Knights defensive zone right at the blue line. Near side, they send it over to the far side corner. Kambalekade hustling over there. Under 6 minutes to play in period 1. Knights are down 1-0. Now it's near side boards. Shot in. Went off of a few players. Made it over the near side corner. Off the boards. Back behind the net. Wayzata hustling over. Grabbing it. Passing it over to the near side. Kept in. Near side boards. Coming towards the net. Shot, and Engelbretson jumps out there. Deflects it and then covers, and we got a little extracurricular activity going on between a few players. And I think both players will get to enjoy a 2-minute rest, as they do at the 5:27 mark here of period one. The Trojans have 10 shots on goal, according to the scoreboard. The Knights, 0 shots on goal so far. Puck drops. Nice defensive zone. Far side corner. Monahan sends it up the boards to Chile. Chile passing back to Monahan. Monahan behind the net, near side along the boards. So both players get 2 minutes for roughing there. Shot on, it's wide. Near side corner is that puck. Knights defensive zone. Trojans hustling over there. They send it behind the net. Back up to the blue line, far side, pass across. Near side boards. Anderson gets a stick on it there. It's still in the Knights defensive zone. Now it clears out to center ice, right to a Trojan. Back and forth they go, passing, but Anderson will not be denied. He gets a body on it, sends it into the Knights offensive zone, but a Trojan takes it away, and up the ice they send it right to Monahan. Monahan turns, spins, cross center ice. Backhands it to Ludeman. Ludeman sends it to the far side corner, but the Knights are caught in a change of skater situation. And it's dumped down into the Knights defensive zone. Far side corner, Wayzata is there first. They try to make a pass over, but he decides to keep it, goes behind the net. Near side boards. Ludeman comes out with it, gets it over to Smalley. Smalley up to Nelson. Nelson passes it forward. He meant to get it to Ludeman, but Nelson jumps up and recovers, get it back, sends it to Ludeman, takes a shot, and it goes about 3 inches wide of the crossbar. Far side blue line, puck kept in. Thank you to all the shavings of the ice that slowed that puck down. Knights send it down behind the net. Wayzata, however, was there. Coming out towards the far side boards, and they make a diagonal pass up and into the Knights defensive zone. And we have a whistle. We have an offsides. So we'll drop it here just outside the Knights defensive zone. Near side dot just outside the blue line. Girton stepping in to take the face off for the Knights. Puck drops. Back in the Knights defensive zone it goes along the near side boards. Braun fighting for it there. Sends it behind the net. Both teams gather over there. Girton comes out with it. Off the boards he sends it. And we have a call on Wayzata. The Knights will go on the power play at the 3:02 mark here. A period one, down 1-0. Puck drops from the blue line. Braun sends it over far side, back up the blue line to Hagen. Hagen to Ludeman. Pass back over. Along the near side boards. And Wayzata clears it out. And that call was on Wayzata for interference. Near side into the zone, sent over to the far side boards. Wayzata with it, shorthanded, into the Knights defensive zone. Knights have an extra player. There we go. They remembered, now they come up. 125 across center ice. Pass across. Knights got to get back onside, and Ludeman bringing it in. Ludeman with the puck. Swing and a miss. Behind the net, tries taking a shot there. Comes over to the near side corner. Wayzata comes out with it. They send it up the boards. Neutral ice into the Knights defensive zone. Along the near side. Behind the net, taken away by Monahan. Monahan up. The ice he comes. Cross center ice into the Knights offensive zone. Monahan towards the net. Centers it over to Anderson. It bounces off the goalie. Monahan took another shot. Bounced off. Monahan with it behind the net. Comes in, tries to do a little wraparound. Goalie knocked it away. Near side boards is the puck. Neutral ice. Knights will have to reset. 33 seconds left on that power play. And the puck stays in the Knights' defensive zone, and now it's just sent down the ice. But Hagen able to get a stick on it. 23 seconds left on the power play for the Knights. To neutral ice, Anderson into the Knights' offensive zone near side. Sends it off the boards behind the net. And the puck comes out into neutral ice. 6 seconds left on that power play. Knights changing skaters and an errant pass. And now Wayzata back at full strength. Neutral ice, Nelson with it, has it taken away. Smoley keeping the pressure on. Trojans coming up the ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone. And a whistle. 38 seconds left. Period 1. We're going to have an offsides call. Drop the puck just outside the Knights' defensive zone. Near side dot just outside the blue line. Neutral ice, puck drops. Wayzata with it and knocked away by Smoley, who gets tripped. Knights have it. They send it across. They're going to pull the goalie off and get an extra skater on. Down to the near side corner. Behind the net it goes. Wayzata is going to beat him over there and touch it for the stoppage of play. So the Knights unable to take advantage of that. However, they will go on to the power play now. See if they can take advantage of this and get our first shot on goal of the game. Shots on goal so far, the Trojans have 10, the Knights have 0. 20 seconds left, period 1. Knights are down 1-0. So number 2 will go in for a trip. Near side corner, shorthanded Wayzata into the Knights' defensive zone. 1:44, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That's the end of period 1. So the Knights will start period 2. 1:41 left on the power play. Let's see if they can dig up some energy and bring a little more energy here to period 2. Someone needs to give them a little Red Bull or something here. Get a little fire going under them. So we're going to take a moment here, or we're going to recognize our sponsors before we break. We'll see about doing a segment of Night with a Knight here. Our sponsors of tonight's broadcast are Accord Orthodontics, innovative orthodontics so you can love your smile. Albertville Family Dental, for dental care you can count on for the entire family. Bellbank Mortgage, McKell Knotek, always advising to your why, don't settle for less. Coburn's, now offering same-day grocery delivery, powered by DoorDash. Community Development Bank, experience our spirit of service. Competitive Edge in Phoenix, small group or private high skill development without the added cost of ice time. Dale's Automotive, the best auto care and quality tires. MS Express, not just any convenience store. Step up to the sub counter, get a made-to-order sub too. Grease, Leinhardt, and Allen, attorneys with you every step of the way. Hattrick Hockey, old business done right. For all your hockey needs, located right here in the arena. J. Becker and Associates, the electrical authority for residential spaces. Lazar Graphics and Apparel, for all your screen printing, embroidery, decal, and promotional product needs. Rally Gear, rally the team with Rally Gear. The River Inn, casual charm, historic ambiance, great clientele, amazing food and drinks. State Farm, Derek Brandt, your hometown insurance agent since 2010. He loves this town. STMA Youth Hockey Association, promoting player growth and development for all future Knights and Riverhawks. Alina, our scoreboard sponsors are Alina Healthcare, altogether better. Health Source Chiropractic, get back to living pain-free. J&B Group, our service, your success. Albertville Orthodontics, we specialize in smiles, super siders, roofing and siding, trusted home improvement since 1990. Our holiday meal sponsors were Mama T's Gear and BJ's Tavern. Our pizza sales sponsor was Andy's Pizza. And our car wash partner was Quick Trip. Thank you all for watching, Knights fans. We'll be back in about 9 minutes 4 seconds. We'll see if we can drum up a Knight or a Riverhawk for our segment Night with a Knight. And if not, enjoy the sponsors as they run across the screen. Make sure to give them your patronage. We appreciate all of you for watching Knights Hockey on the St. Michael Elmville Global Hockey Network. Make sure I'm on. There we go. All right, welcome back, Knights fans. We are bringing you a segment we call Night with the Knight or Riverhawk. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I am here. I'm going to ask, what is your name?
Ingrid.
Your last name?
Elson.
And you are a Riverhawk. You play for what team?
15 UB.
15 UB. Tell me a little bit about your season so far.
It's okay. We're average. We win some, we lose some.
But you're trying hard each and every day. I'm pretty confident your grandparents are watching. Probably both sets of them. So make sure to smile at the camera every once in a while and wave. I'd be pretty confident, being that your brother is playing in tonight's game.
Mhm.
I know that they always watch. So why don't you share a little bit more? What are some of your personal things that you're looking to accomplish this hockey season?
More goals.
Okay.
And more assists.
Okay.
And less penalties, which I've been better at that goal this season. So.
Less penalties. Good. You're the enforcers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
I get it from Gunner.
Well, it runs in the family, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Oh. All right, and what are some other things that you are working on throughout the season?
Breaking out.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're on the ice?
Chirp.
Okay.
and pass to people.
What would you say is the biggest thing you've improved upon from last year to this year?
My skills with the puck. Yeah.
And we're lucky that we have both of your parents actually volunteer. One for the high school, one for the Youth Hockey Association.
Yeah.
So we are blessed to have talents within the association of them as well. What's one last thing you'd like to share with all Knights fans out there? No pressure. You got like 500-600 people watching you right now.
I don't know what to say.
All right, so I believe the Riverhawks are playing tonight, aren't they?
Mhm.
I saw the bus pull away.
Mhm.
When's your next game?
I have a tournament in Duluth this weekend, and I have a game at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Nice. Perfect.
Versus a
Friday,
Canadian
10:30 a.m.
team.
Cool.
So.
Get out of school then. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's my birthday too, so I gotta skip school.
What? Well, happy early birthday to you.
Thanks.
I have a daughter whose birthday is
Yeah,
today
Harper.
too as well.
I
You
know.
that. Yeah, you're well aware of that.
Mhm.
Well, make sure to wave, say hi to Grandma and Grandpa there. All Knights fans, we appreciate having you on the broadcast here tonight, and we wish you the best of luck with your season.
Thank you.
And your team. Thank you. That's it for this segment of Knights with a Knight and Riverhawk. We'll be back in a few moments to start period 2. All right, 17 minutes on the clock here, Knights fans. Knights will start period 2 on the power play. Hopefully not for long. Hopefully they can get a goal to tie it up here. We're down 1-0. So far, the Trojans have 10 shots on goal. The Knights with no shots on goal. Like to make sure that we take a moment We thank our broadcast crew. Our camera person is Olivia Sutliff. Our spotlight operator is Larry Matheson. Our executive producer, Dylan Kiner. Production assistant, Kelly Story. And I'm Jeff Story. Play-by-play voice of the Knights. The Knights making it back out onto the ice here. It's like Smoley will step in to take the face-off. He's got Raymond and Wurst beside him respectively. Wurst comes out with it into the offensive zone. Wurst down to the corner. Wurst fighting through a check. Wurst getting it off to Raymond, who sends it behind the net, near side boards. Trojans come up with it, and they send it vertically down the ice. Wurst grabs it behind his own net. Passes it over to Smoley. Smoley gets it over to Robinson, to Raymond. Raymond back to Tangen, who sends it to Smoley, and it comes into the Knights. Offensive zone, near side corner. 1:03 left on that power play. And the Trojans get it, and they dump it down the ice. Engelbretson stops it behind his own net. Gives it to Braun. Braun, far side boards. Robinson gets it back and dumps it up the ice. And the Trojans get it. Towards the net they come. Shot deflected away by Engelbretson. Far side corner sent behind the net. Near side boards. 30 seconds left on that power play. Trojans passing down. Short-handed. They center it up. They keep it in. Far side blue line. 21 seconds. Knights come out with it. Up the ice they come. Here's Anderson into the offensive zone. Anderson getting held up there. Trojans take it away. 10 seconds left on that power play. Anderson shoves that player right into the boards. And the Trojans send it down the ice. They get behind the defense. They're going to take the shot, and it goes off Engelbretson. I think he got a skate out there, actually, to block that. So the Trojans back at full strength. Knights at neutral ice into the offensive zone. Anderson lost the puck as he was moving it back and forth. The Trojans able to grab it in the far side corner. They rainbow it up to neutral ice. Hagen gets it back, sends it to Cheely. Cheely went forward, but we have an offsides call. 14:54 left. Period 2. Knights down 1-0. We'll drop it outside the Knights' offensive zone here, just outside the blue line, near side. Puck drops. Goes back into the Knights' offensive zone, right to a Wayzata player. They bring it into neutral ice. Ludovin jumps over there and sends it down the ice. Chile racing after it. Puck goes behind the net. Wayzata right there. Off the near side boards, they send it to neutral ice. Down it comes. Clark on the defense for the Knights. Pass over, goes off a few Knights players, and a shot there by Wayzata that went Rocky Mountain high. 14:25. Nobody touched it. That thing just took off like a jet that was on takeoff. John Denver, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. So Girton stepping in to take the face-off. Knights defensive zone, near side. Puck drops. Hagen sends it behind the net, off the boards, but Wayzata jumps on it right there. They bring it back behind the Knights net and take it away by Clark. Clark passes it up. It gets to Robinson. Robinson dumps it down the ice into the Knights offensive zone, and we are going to have an icing call. 14:09 left. Trojans with 12 shots on goal. Knights 0 so far. Knights are down 1-0. Girton step in to take the face-off for the Knights. Puck drops. Wayzata comes out with it there. He makes it down to the far side corner. Knights defensive zone along the boards. Knights able to disrupt. Wayzata takes it right back. Takes a shot, which is wide. From the near side, a shot. Wide, making it over to the far side blue line. Sent back around behind the boards, behind the net. Near side blue line, sent down. Near side corner.
Makes it behind the net. Wayzata grabs it there again. Centered up. Tangen stands tall there. Far side along the boards is that puck. Both teams trying to get it. Knights backhanded, but it's kept in at the blue line. Sent down to the far side corner. Wayzata with it there. Bringing it towards the goalie. Shot knocked away by Engelbretson. And the Knights send it off the boards down the ice. Nelson sends it down for the Knights for an icing call. 13-11 left. Period 2, and Knights will change skaters. Long shift there for that group. Drop the puck in the Knights. Defensive zone, near side. Puck drops. Slowly took the face off for the Knights. Back up to the blue line, near side blue line. Sent from there. Engelbretson was ready. Knights send it off the boards out. It gets to neutral ice. Wayzata with it there. Off the far side boards, they send it. Pass up right towards the goalie. They come shot, and Engelbretson was ready for it, and he was even ready for the spray that he got there at the very end. He probably just looked at the guy and said, "What flavor would I like on my icy that you just served me?" The unwritten rule, spraying the goalie. Puck dropping, far side, Knights defensive zone. Back up to the blue line, sent down, near side corner. Behind the nets. Wayzata comes out with it. Centered in. Knights collapse on it. Smoley able to knock it away. Wayzata had it at the near side blue line. They send it down the ice. Raymond gets a stick on it over to Braun. Braun fighting through a check, trying to pull it out. It gets pushed over to the far side corners. Far side boards. Back down behind the nets. Near side corner. Wayzata coming out with it. Behind the net they go. Try to center it in. Backhanded towards the goalie. Couple of shots off of Engelbretson. Raymond steps in there to help protect his goalie. It's okay. And Engelbretson just stood strong, covered that puck. He wasn't going to let anything stop him. Referee had a few words for Knights players. Apparently none for the Trojan that just kept throwing arms that hit head contact. Our players. Puck drops. Comes right towards Engelbretson, and he covers. No icy this time for him. 12:05 left period 2. 18 shots on goal so far for the Trojans, 0 for the Knights. Puck drops. Near side corner. Trojans try to center it up. The Knights break it up. Trojans jump in. Knights able to pluck it away. Goes right to a Trojan player. They bring it right back in. Far side along the board. Shot. Deflected away off of Engelbretson. Ludeman comes out with it. Hands it up to Cheely. Cheely back to Ludeman. Gets knocked away. Comes right down to the goalie who deflects it over to the far side corner. Wayzata comes out with it off the far side boards. Into the Knights defensive zone on the far side. And Tangen able to get a stick on it to knock it away. Puck gets sent behind the nets. Near side boards. Clark fighting for it. Wayzata comes out with it. Pass across the ice. Trips gets back up. Allows the Knights to get over there and disrupt. Along the far side boards. Pass back down to the corner. Shot from the far side boards by Wayzata. Saved by Engelbretson. Knights got to start passing with a purpose here. Dial up some energy and hitting that puck a little bit with a little more authority back and forth to each other. Girton stepping in to take the face off here for the Knights. Puck drops. Near side corner. Far side corner. Wayzata comes up with it right towards the net. They come. Shot deflected away by Engelbretson. Knights turn, spin. They send it down the ice for an icing call. 10:34 left period 2. Knights down 1-0. 19 shots on goal for the Trojans. 0 shots on goal for the Knights. Drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone. It's Girton taking the face-off. A few Knights players walking by. Here we go. Yep, high fives. In the Knights' defensive zone. Passed over to the far side. And it came out and pulled back in, so we'll have an offsides. A few of our Youth Hockey Association players walking by. Like to make sure we recognize them. Girton stepping in to take the face-off from center ice. Sent down around the boards. Near side. Both teams fighting for it there. Near side corner making behind the net. Far side corner, Knights defensive zone. Pass back up to the blue line. Far side, make it towards center. Shot and goal. 10:04. Trojans had a very tall skater out there shielding. And as soon as that shot happened, he popped out of the way, and Engelbretson was blinded. So 10:04 left, period 2. Knights down 2-0. Noonfelt with the goal there for the Trojans. Assist by 15 and 27. Speaking of which, 27 took that shot right there. It went wide, far side along the boards. And then backhanded back in right towards Engelbretson. He stopped and covered. So number 2, Neuenfeld with the goal. With assist by Huber. And 27. Bollinger, thank you. So drop the puck in the Knights. Defensive zone, far side. There was a shot there just a moment ago covered by Engelbretson, so we dropped in the Knights' defensive zone. Behind the net it goes. Wayzata with it, centering up, broken up by the Knights. Back and forth it goes. Wayzata takes that puck back. They go to send it in, and Clark standing there stops it. Raymond sends it off the near side boards into the offensive zone. Raymond shooting down the ice. Raymond keeping the pressure on. Raymond staying right on him there. Turn spin by Wayzata. Down the ice they send it. It's touched by Wayzata player as it comes down. Near side corner. Along the near side boards, Knights defensive zone. Braun comes out with it, tries to clear it out. It goes off of a Trojan player. Neutralized, and Worst comes out with it into the offensive zone. Worst with it. Worst takes a shot. Goes high. There's our first shot on goal right there. I'm not sure if it's going to count there because look, it went high and out. And Wayzata clearing it out of the zone. Into the Knights defensive zone. Pass up. Around the boards it's sent by the Knights. Far side corner. Their own defensive zone. Anderson gets a stick on it there. Ludeman fighting for it. Wayzata sends it down to the corner. They take a shot in. Puck sitting right out in front of the goal there. Engelbretson was able to kick it away. It's still sitting right out there, and there's a goal. .08 left, period 2. The Trojans go up 3-0. 2 quick goals there for the Trojans. Period 2. 23 shots on goal so far for Wayzata. 0 shots on goal for the Knights. .08 left, period 2. Stay tuned for tonight's varsity game. Following this game, we'll be joined on the broadcast. So Peterson on the goal there for the Trojans, assisted by Anderson. Behind the net it goes. Far side boards. Robinson with it sends it up the ice to Nelson. Taken away by the Trojans, who quickly send it back into the Knights defensive zone. It went off the referee. Knights able to grab it there. Sent across the ice to Gunnar Nelson. Nelson back to Hagen. Hagen down the ice. He sends it. Icing. 7:23 left. number 36. Andrew Peterson from number 41, Troy Anderson. That goal was a few moments ago. Puck drops, nice defensive zone. Smoley took the face off there, far side. Down in the corner is that puck. Behind the net it goes. Near side corner. Wayzata coming out with it. Stopped by Smoley. Braun putting on some pressure. He lost his stick there. Engelbretson had lost his stick a moment before, and Braun grabbed it. Actually, Braun handed Engelbretson his stick until he could get over and hustle over and get Engelbretson's stick and give it back to him, and they exchanged there. Under 7 minutes to play, period 2. Long pass up, dumped into the Knights' defensive zone to the near side corner. Back behind the net it goes. Far side along the boards, turn spin towards the net comes Wayzata. Shot knocked away by Engelbretson. Spin back behind, centered up, shot knocked away by Engelbretson. Puck makes it towards the blue line, shot from there by Wayzata. Wide, another shot from the far side boards, near side boards. Both teams fighting for it. It makes it back into neutral ice. Turn spin does Wayzata. Pass over back into the Knights' defensive zone, near side to the corner. Knights applying pressure there. And Smoley gets it, and he sends it down the ice. Goalie hustles over to stop it. And Anderson comes down, gets a stick on it. Wayzata quickly grabs it, sends a diagonal pass up the ice. And here they come, back into the Knights' defensive zone. Shot and save. Shot by Colin Bollinger for the Trojans. Save by Engelbretson. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone. Anderson taking the faceoff, near side shot right there in goal. And I believe that was Bollinger with the goal there. Bollinger grabbed it, turned, spin, and just put it right on goal. It's a good shot, good placement. 5:28 left, period 2. Bollinger puts the Trojans up 4-0. "27 shots on goal for the Trojans, 0 shots on goal for the Knights. Down 4-0. Puck drops. Neutral ice. Ludeman now bringing it in. He had to wait for a player to get out. Assist number 13 for the Trojans. The Trojans coming into the Knights' defensive zone. Bollinger with it again. Puts a shot on there. Gets knocked away. Bollinger comes back out with it. Passes it up to a fellow Trojan. Centered back into Bollinger, and it's broken up by Ludeman, who sends it down the ice for the Knights. And we'll have an icing call. So Bollinger got that goal, and we have an assist for Winfield from the Trojans on that 4th goal. Trojans are up 4-0 in this Lakes Conference Junior Varsity contest here tonight. Puck drops. Nelson gets a stick on it, sends it into neutral ice. Trojans send it back down into the Knights' defensive zone behind the net. Malekade went to send it up. Knights centered up because it was taken away. Sent in on Engelbretson, who is getting a full workout there in goal tonight. Girton takes the face off the Knights. Wayzata jump right on it. They go to take the shot. It goes wide. It comes to the near side boards. Now Wayzata player jumps in there to grab it. He centers it across, broken up by the Knights, but a Wayzata player gets it right back. From point, he sends it down to the near side corner. Turn spins, comes out with it, sends it behind the net. Far side corner, back up to the blue line, intercepted by the Knights there. Nelson passing it off to Robinson. It gets ahead of him. Wayzata jumps right on that. Back into the Knights' defensive zone they go. They send it over across the far side boards. Knights grab it there, but Wayzata keeps it in. Near side boards is that puck. Knights defensive zone. Wayzata getting their goalie off. There's going to be a penalty on the Knights. They'll get an extra skater on the ice now. Near side corner. Here comes an extra skater. Pass across, shot, knocked away by Engelbretson. Nice defensive play by Engelbretson there. Far side boards, you can see there's 6 skaters on the ice there because we're waiting for a penalty to be called. You see the referee with his arm up there along the blue line. Shot from there, knocked away by Engelbretson. How that didn't... There, they finally called it. I could have swore Engelbretson put his arm up and knocked it away, but no stoppage. But Nelson was able to jump in there for the Knights, get a stick on it, and then we finally got that whistle. There were a few different times I looked like the Knights actually touched it, but play continued. So 3:16 left, period 2. Knights will go on the penalty here. I believe it's Nelson who's going in there. So Nelson going into the penalty box. We'll get the call in just a moment. We didn't see a signal. Puck drops. 2 minutes for roughing for Nelson. Near side along the boards, down to the near side corner. Knights defensive zone. Back down to the corner. Towards the net they come. Shot knocked away by Engelbretson. Back out to the blue line, far side. Downwards to the corner. Behind the net, centered in. Shot knocked away by Engelbretson. Pass back up to point. Far side boards. Back along the blue line. It looked like it came out, and we have a whistle. It did. So we'll have an offsides on Wayzata. 1:26 left on the penalty for the Knights. Puck drops. And the Knights getting into their offensive zone. However, the Trojans are the only ones down there. Turn, spin, they cut up. Knights on the penalty. Raymond steps in and disrupts. Up the far side boards, the puck comes. Clark gets a stick on it. Clears out, neutral ice. Dump back in by the Trojans, near side boards. Back to the blue line, pass across, far side, back to the blue line. Marching down, sent there. Redirected by Bollinger, but it went wide. Sent down the boards. Centered in. Back out to the blue line. Sent. And it went off of, looks like it went off of Bollinger's jersey, and what looks like it went off of a Knights jersey. It kind of flew off a couple of bodies there and in for a goal at the 1:54 mark. So it was sent from the blue line. It bounced off a couple of bodies, but it looks like it went off Bollinger's body for Wayzata last, and then it went off of a Knights player. I couldn't see the number. And off the second ricochet, it went in. So, shot. So they did give the credit to number 4, Christian Alexander. And looks like Bollinger got an assist for it bouncing off of his body there.
Oh, assist 27, sorry.
That's Bollinger.
4.
Alexander is number 4. So it was Alexander who sent it from the blue line, and it bounced off of Bollinger's chest, and then off of a Knight's body, and then it went in. Alexander gets the goal. Near side, Knights defensive zone, shot, and another goal. So we have 5 goals here in period 2. 34 shots on goal here for the Trojans. 0 shots on goal so far for the Knights. Well, sometimes you just got to lick your chops, get back up, and keep on playing. Here we go. That's where you find out what you're made of. Puck drops, goes into the Knights defensive zone. Stop behind the net. Near side corner. Tangen keeping the pressure on. Wayzata sends it over to the far side boards. They center in. Shot. Actually, it was a pass down there, and it was knocked away. Far side corner. Pass across into the center. It goes off of a skate, but now sent into neutral ice. Into the Knights. Defensive zone. Puck still sitting down there. And Wayzata keeps it in. Near side corner, bounced off, behind the net, turn, spin, shot, and goal. Are down. Grabs it from behind the net, just comes right out in front of the net and just put it up high. As our vantage point looking at it, it'd be our right, goalie left. And you could hear it hit the inside of the bar and just come right down. For the 7th goal, 6th of the period. Puck drops. Back into the Knights' defensive zone, far side. Behind the net. We'll update you on the last 2 goals here in just a moment for Wayzata. Ten seconds left in the period and counting. The period can't end quick enough here. Get off the ice and reset. Sent towards the goalie. Gets a stick out there to knock it away. Another shot. And that one was knocked away by Engelbretson. So at the 126 mark, the Trojans scored their 6th goal. It was Calaminero, an assist from Schmidt and Bierman. And then with 30 seconds left in the period, number 13, Winfield, scored a goal for the Trojans with an assist from number 37, Johnson. Total shots on goal so far are the Trojans have 35. The Knights have a goose egg. They have 0 shots on goal. Make sure to stay tuned for our varsity broadcast coming up next. Appreciate each and every one of you watching here, Knights fans, on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. We'll be back in a few minutes with the start of period 3. You're watching exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. Appreciate all of you, Knights fans. All right. Welcome back, Knights fans. 17 minutes on the clock here. Knights are down 7-0, and since they are down by more than 6 goals, I believe we will have a running clock here to start period 3. Stay tuned. Tonight's varsity game. Prior to the varsity game, we will have the introduction of our junior captains and mite teams. We will have 3 junior captains tonight, and we will have the mites from the Gold B Capitals. We'll make sure that we have them wave at the bench for all grandmas and grandpas that are watching. All right, here we go. Anderson taking the face off for the Knights. Puck drops. Wayzata grabbing it. Knights offensive zone. They clear it out. They send it down into the Knights defensive zone. Behind the net it goes. Off the far side boards. Back to the blue line. Wayzata with it there. Wayzata bringing it down the boards. Send it across. Far side boards. Sent down. Brought back up. Centered in. Shot that's wide there by Wayzata. Diagonal pass up and out, down into neutral ice. Wayzata grabs it. Forward they come into the Knights defensive zone. Hagen stands tall, takes it away. Neutral ice down into the Knights defensive zone behind the nets. Hagen hustling down there. Anderson jumping in. Anderson tried to center in. Is broken up by the Trojans. And diagonally, they send it down the ice, off the boards, into the Knights' defensive zone, near side boards. Balekade sends it behind the net to Worst. Worst goes through one check and loses the puck at neutral ice. Pass across, diagonal up. Back into the Knights' defensive zone, and it's cleared out by Tangen, who took a shot from Bollinger there. Bollinger looks like he got hit in the gut or something there. He was kind of bent over, but he must be fine because here he comes down the ice into the Knights defensive zone near side. Backhands it right towards the goalie. Engelbretson knocks it away. Puck makes it out to neutral ice. Pass across. Back into the Knights defensive zone near shot. Wide. And it rolls right out across center ice. Worst jumping down there with it. And cleared out by Wayzata. And we have an offsides call on Wayzata at the 14:48 mark. And I was correct that we do have a running clock here with the Knights down by more than 6. 6 or more, period 3. Reminder that tonight's game is being played under the authority of the Minnesota State High School League. Into the Knights defensive zone it comes. Wayzata goalie making his way off the ice. Shot on, knocked away, and Girton got a stick on that for a whistle. Running clock at 14:12 and running. Gunnar Nelson going back into the penalty box again. I believe that's his second time in there tonight. Puck drops back out to the blue line. Point sent. Stopped by Anderson. Puck makes it away over the near side boards. Back into the center. 2 minutes for slashing on Nelson. Knights cleared out, send it down the ice. 1:39 and counting left on the penalty. 13:32 and counting on the running clock. Cross center ice into the Knights defensive zone. Puck makes its way to the near side boards. Back up to the blue line, sent down to the corner. Centered in. Broken up there by Braun. Braun standing tall. Braun has it pulled away. He had a 1-on-2 there. Near side boards back to the blue line. Sent down the boards. Plucked away by Anderson. Sent around behind the net. Far side, and Braun sends it down the ice with authority. 54 seconds left on that penalty for the Knights. Running clock at 12:47. Wayzata into neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Goes to take a shot. Anderson takes it right off the body. Wayzata near side boards. Knights defensive zone down to the corner. Marching towards the net. Centered in. Broken up by Raymond. Raymond up the ice. Raymond into neutral ice. Dumping into the Knights offensive zone. Wayzata taking it away and sending it up. 25 seconds left on that penalty for the Knights. Back to their own blue line and backing up into their defensive zone and then sending a vertical pass up and down the ice for an icing call. 12:09 running, 10 seconds and counting on the penalty for the Knights. By the time we drop the puck, and even before that, we'll be out of the penalty. And there we go, Knights back at full strength. So wait for the puck to drop. It does, and now get a new skater on the ice. Wayzata behind their own net with the puck. Knights back at full strength. Pass over far side. Near side neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone we come. Centered in. Shooting Wayzata player there. Just not able to connect. Far side boards. Raymond stepping in, being disruptive, and he takes it away. Gets it over to Smoley. Smoley over to Worst. Worst into the offensive zone. Worst gets hung up. Wayzata gets the puck back. And they go to send a pass up the ice. It goes right to Tangen in the defensive zone. He sends it forward to Nelson. And kept in by Wayzata. Towards the net they come. Shot wide. Far side blue line. Pass across. Shot from there. And goal by number 38 for Wayzata. 39, excuse me, for Wayzata. Jake Naraki, a sophomore. He made his way across, he pulled it, and he shot it and put it in there. Near side corner, defensive zone, behind the net. This is a name that I don't think has ever come out of my mouth before, Rocky. So he gets the 8th goal for the Trojans. So assist by 34 Alstead. And 13 Winfield. So Trojans have it at neutral ice, bringing it back into the Knights' defensive zone, near side along the boards. Anderson stepping in to disrupt from the blue line. However, it's Noraki sending it again. And Malekade steps in to take it away, and now Malekade sends it off of a player. Looks like it went off about 5 players in the Knights bench, bounce back in. And so we will drop the puck. In the Knights' defensive zone. Running clock at 9:14 and counting. Drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone. Anderson stepping in to take the faceoff. Puck drops from the far side. Shot. It goes off of Raymond. He just threw his body right in front of that. Passed in. Centered in, and shot. Deflected away. Puck along the far side boards. Kept in at the blue line. Dumped down to the near side corner. Ricochets off. Number 21 there for the Trojans. Hands it off to 10. Knights take it away. Pass across to Raymond. Raymond into neutral ice. Naaman off the boards. Heads right down to the goalie who stops it. Hands it off. Trojans send it behind their own net. Vertically up to Bollinger. Down the ice they come. Behind the goalie, or behind the defense. Shot on goal. Wide. Centered over. Bollinger takes a shot from there. Gets away. It goes off of a Knight and into center ice. Back in come the Trojans, near side. And Anderson does a good job of disrupting there and dumped in from neutral ice right at Engelbretson. Puts his leg pads down, stops it, and knocks it away. Anderson bringing it into the offensive zone, sends it right at the goalie who catches it and holds on. So the Knights get their first shot on goal at the 7:45 mark of period 3. And you heard a big cheer from the crowd. Let's see if we can get some more. Let's get a goal here. Inch by inch. Let's go. One bite at a time. Puck drops behind the net. Wayzata takes it. Far side boards. Kept in. Braun took a check, but the Knights were bringing it towards the net. That was worst. He passes behind the net, centered up, broken up by the Trojans. Nice thought there by Chile. He was trying to center it up to Smoley. Oh. We have a whistle. And looks like we're going to have a penalty on the Knights. One of the Trojan players went into the boards. They were a little close to the boards. It looks like he lost his balance. Smoley hit him again, and they hit Smoley with a penalty. So we're going to drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone. Knights will be shorthanded for... I haven't put the penalty up yet. Yep, there it goes for 2 minutes. From point, shot, deflected away. So they hit him with a roughing penalty there. Shot deflected away by Engelbretson. Puck's behind the net, near side corner. Pass back up to the blue line. Near side boards, shot from there. Redirected by 29, but Engelbretson able to knock it away. And down the ice, it's sent. Engelbretson's taken 40 shots on goal so far in this game. Knights got their first shot on goal here a few moments ago. So neutralizes the puck, near side, down near side corner, make it behind the net. Engelbretson steps out, sends it over to the near side boards. Wayzata comes out with it, turn spin, shot saved by Engelbretson. 5:38 on the clock and running, 1:02 left on the penalty and running for the Knights. Don't really have to say much. The score kind of says it all here at the moment. Knights are down 8-0. Puck drops, near side boards. Back up to point, towards the net. Back out, now sent from there. It's wide. Near side boards, back down to the corner. Back up to the blue line, marching towards the net, passed over the near side. Intercepted by Hagen, and he sends it down the ice. 22 seconds left. And counting on the penalty for the Knights. Under 4 minutes to play in the period in game on this running clock here, period 3. Centered up there by Wayzata as they came down. It got away, made it over the near side boards. They get it back. They take it down to the near side corner. Pass back up to the blue line. Marching towards the net, and the Knights back at full strength. Along the near side boards, back up to point. Far side boards, towards the net they come. Shot, and you can hear that one bounce off the pads and saved by Engelbretson. With the running clock here, both teams changing skaters. By the time they drop it, I think we'll be under 4 minutes to play. Yep. Puck drops. Anderson taking the face off. He gets tripped. Puck makes it out to neutral ice. They bring it back into the Knights' defensive zone. Now Braun sending it off the boards down into the Knights' offensive zone. Wayzata grabs it behind their own nets. Pass up along the far side boards. Kept in there by a hustling Braun. Sent around the net. Far side boards. Diagonal pass up neutral ice. Bringing it into the Knights' defensive zone. Back pass towards the net. Shot redirected. Engelbretson there. It's in his pads waiting for the whistle. Delayed whistle there. And there it came. Number 29, Tate Roeder took that shot there for Wayzata. Puck drops. Near side boards. Shot on wide. Under 3 minutes to play. 44 shots on goal so far for Wayzata. 1 shot on goal for the Knights of St. Michael Albertville. Marching towards the net. Around a player. Shot saved by Engelbretson. This is 45th shot he's taken. 2.5 minutes left in the period and game. Smoley stepping in to take the faceoff. Puck drops. Near side boards. Back pass. Down the boards it comes. Towards the net. Centered in. Shot. Knocked away by Engelbretson. Wayzata gets it back. Behind the net they go. Centered up. Shot knocked away again by Engelbretson. Knights able to clear it out. 2:07 left. Behind their own net. Near side. Up the ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Centered up from point. Number 2, I got a feeling we're going to see him in the varsity game here too. I see him and Bailey listed. Behind the defense, shot by Worst. Knocked away. Our second shot on goal. Into the Knights. Yes, defensive zone, far side corner. Tangen sends it behind the net. Wayzata comes out with it. Towards the net they come. It's knocked away. Cleared out by Worst. Neutral ice. Hagen gets it. He's taken down, and we're going to have a whistle for a trip. So I see that a couple of the people who really started this game, Neuenfeld, looks like he'll be playing for the varsity tonight, along with Bierman, along with Bollinger. Puck drops. Into the Knights. Offensive zone. Another shot on goal. That's our third shot on goal right there. Near side along the boards. Neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. 21 seconds left. Wayzata coming out with it. Back pass towards the net. Centered over. Shot deflected away. Centered up. Shot. Knocked away. There's Bollinger with another shot. And that is the end of the period and game. I think the scoreboard operator thankfully kind of stopped counting shots down there because he was at 45 a few moments ago, and he took a heck of a lot more than 2 shots on goal, but they, like the clock running, they kind of stopped counting for a moment there. So the Knights fall 8-0 in this JV contest. 47 shots on goal for the Trojans, 3 shots on goal for the Knights, all which came the second half of the third period Well, we'd like to thank all of you Knights fans for watching the exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. Stay tuned for the next broadcast, which will be the varsity broadcast, which we'll bring to you coming up shortly. You watched exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Albertville Global Hockey Network. We appreciate all of you watching from wherever you're watching here, around the country, around the world. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks, Knights fans. We'll catch you in a few moments for the varsity game.